Hello from the Missouri Association for Creation and welcome to this month's presentation. My name is Dennis Genovese and I will be talking to you about whales. There are over 90 different species of whales living all over the world. This presentation will be on the largest of these whales, the blue whale. This magnificent mammal can grow up to 100 feet long, live 80 to 90 years, and weigh between 100 and 150 tons. That is up to 350,000 pounds. They are enormous. Baby blue whales' length at birth is 26 feet and weighs about 6,000 pounds. They grow about 200 pounds a day for the first year. From conception to weaning, their growth rate is a billionfold. The sperm cells go from 1/1000th of an inch to over 40,000 pounds in 6 months. Only our awesome Creator, Jesus Christ, could have created such a marvelous animal. Blue whales can travel hundreds of miles underwater and use sound to communicate, navigate, find food, and avoid predators despite having no external ears. Blue whales are believed to have excellent hearing, using air sinuses and bones to detect sound. They communicate using low-frequency whistles. They vocalize in the infrasonic frequency range, which can be heard for hundreds of miles. They also squeak, scream, and squawk to communicate. These sounds can reach levels of 188 decibels. Jet engine sounds reach only 140 decibels. The infrasonic frequency is below 20 hertz, which the human ear cannot hear, but it could have harmful effects on the human body. How can blue whales with that much weight float? You put 300,000 pound object in water, it will sink. Well, it's the way they were created. They are neutrally buoyant, meaning their body was created just right to have the same density as the water around them, so they float without the stress of gravity. Look at the submarine, how it drives through the water. But its equipment had to be designed perfectly to be able to achieve this. All right, that is telling you the whale was designed. This next picture you see the tongue of the full-grown blue whale that can weigh up to 8,000 pounds. That is the size of an elephant, and their mouth is wide enough to hold 100 people. That is a big mouth. Blue whales do not have teeth. They have baleen special plates on top of their mouth to catch krill, which are broom-like bristles, which you see here, on their upper mouth that catches the krill. As they are closing their mouth, they push the krill to the top of their mouth with their huge tongue, which releases the water back out into the ocean and keeps the krill, which is caught in the baleen plates. These creatures were created. The main source of food is krill. Why is that? Because their throat is only about 6 to 8 inches in diameter. They can't swallow anything much larger than a grapefruit, so they must eat a lot of little krill, between 10 to 20 tons of them daily. Also, they take in about 15,000 gallons of water when they open their enormous mouth. That is why they have to have stretch grooves under their mouth to expand to take in all this water and krill. Then release the water through the baleen plates. Another design feature. Blue whales is a very important resource for the ocean. Whales' poo spreads nutrients out close to the ocean surface, which boosts the growth of phytoplankton. Krill eat the phytoplankton. The krill then is eaten by the whales. This poo is a genuine fertilizer for phytoplankton. Each bowel movement can release up to 400 pounds of iron-rich poo. Remember, phytoplankton produces oxygen for us. Jesus Christ created everything on earth to work together for our existence. Blue whales are a terrific fertilizing machine. The blue whale's 2 lungs have a combined total capacity of over 1,200 gallons for oxygen. That is enormous. To put this in perspective, the average human lungs capacity is around 1.5 gallons. With this massive lung capacity, which is the largest in the world, blue whales can take in immense volumes of oxygen within 2 seconds in a single breath before diving. This gives the whale a long reserve of oxygen to use while underwater. Additionally, Their chest and rib cages are highly flexible to maximize lung volume while inhaling. Their bodies were created to store oxygen in their blood and in their muscles. One of their many attributes of the blue whale's lungs is that they are very elastic. They can stretch and expand to hold a large volume of air. This helps to prevent the lungs from overinflating or rupturing at high pressure when they dive deep to catch the krill. Design. Overall, the blue whale's lungs are a marvel of creation. They are perfectly created for deep diving lifestyles up to 1,500 feet, which allows the whale to hold on to its oxygen for long periods of time. A blue whale's heartbeat is the largest in the world, weighing about 400 pounds. Their heartbeat is so loud that it can be heard from 2 miles away. A blue whale's heart pumps about 60 gallons of blood with each beat, which is much more than a human heart's 2.4 ounces per beat. A blue whale's heart rate slows dramatically while diving, sometimes to as low as 2 beats per minute. Their heart rate increases to 25 to 37 beats per minute when it's at the surface to breathe. Blue whales' arteries are so large that a human could swim through them. When they breathe air, they open their blowholes and exhale forcefully, contracting the muscles in their chest, releasing a column of air and water vapor that surrounds the hole that can reach heights of 40 feet, getting rid of all the stale air in their lungs before taking in a fresh, clean breath. Then inhales fresh air, creating a vacuum that draws air into their lungs. Then the muscles around the blowholes automatically close. Design. Humans, on the other hand, breathe in first and then exhale, leaving a lot of stale air in their lungs. We exchange only about 10 to 15% of the air in our lungs with every breath, while whales exchange about 80 to 90%. Their blowholes also are for only oxygen, and their mouth is for eating. Their digestive system and respiratory systems are totally separate. They are not connected like other mammals. Another perfect design for whales. When a blue whale dives, it slows down blood flow to organs it doesn't need. This includes muscles and the digestive system. This helps to conserve oxygen for the whale's brain and other vital organs. I tell you, Jesus Christ knows how to create efficient animals. They can dive for up to an hour at a time, going to a depth of 300 to 1,500 feet, so they need highly efficient lungs to survive. Blue whales experience a sleep state called slow wave sleep. During this state, only one half of their brain sleeps at a time. This allows them to control breathing and movement while asleep. Some whales may drift near the surface with minimal effort while sleeping. This ensures they don't sink and can easily rise to breathe, whether sleeping horizontally or vertically. The two brain hemispheres gradually switch off so that whale experiences no disruption in breathing or other functions as it transitions between awake and sleep state. Blue whales are a magnificent animal. Their sheer size, powerful blowholes, slow heart rate when diving, special lungs, baleen plates for catching food. Only Jesus Christ, our Creator, could create such a well-designed creature. And that leads us to the Bible verse of Romans 1:20, which says, "For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, his internal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made." I highlighted that part of clearly seen, as this is God daily revealing himself to the world through his creation. All things point to the Creator. He is not hiding, but he can be seen through his creation. So much so that this verse ends with, "so that they are without excuse." No one can look at creation and say there is no God. In the end, we all have no excuse in seeing his divine nature and knowing that he exists. And that's what Missouri Association for Creation is here for. to bring forth these amazing features and proclaim Jesus Christ as the awesome and amazing God who created all things. He alone is worthy of our worship and praise.